Hey, what's going on everyone? In today's video, I got a special gift from Google that they went ahead and sent us. And what I'm going to go ahead and do is do a quick unboxing because in this box is the new Pixel 4. Now, I still don't know if this is going to be the XL or the regular version, but we're going to go ahead and do this quick unboxing. Now, unboxing videos aren't really my forte. I try making the background as entertaining as possible, like this dancing Yoshi that you see right here, and I also have my Game Boy Micro that I just randomly found. I totally forgot to charge it. Most likely it's already dead. Yeah, it's totally dead. It's already red. Boop, it's dead. Yeah, I forgot to charge that thing. But the thing I'm primarily going to be doing in this video is not just do an unboxing video, not just give you my first impressions, but we're also going to go ahead and compare it against the two phones you see on the right, my iPhone 11 Pro and the Pixel 3a. In here is the Pixel 4, and as I mentioned, it's like a care package. Google gives this to us like in a care package. Right now, again, I have no idea which one it is. It could be the regular size or the XL version, but they throw in like a couple of little goodies as well. We have, oh, well, this already gave it away. We have a Pixel 4 XL case here, so obviously this is gonna be an XL version. All right. So then we have like little messages inside the box. A helpful gift from you, if this camera can focus. A helpful tool. So that's it. And here's the P4 for Pixel 4. We got colorful dots. But before we go ahead and open up the phone, let's just open up the case that they provide us. They did the same thing with the last year model, a couple months ago, with the 3A. So guess your color in the comment section. I'm gonna go ahead and say it's silver. I want like a gray silver color. Let's go ahead and see what it really is. I'm gonna say it's gray. I want gray. I got gray. That's hilarious. Okay, so this is this fabric. So this is their fabric case, and from what it looks like on their website, it's available in 3 colors. And for a quick comparison, this is my 3A Pixel. I'm gonna go ahead and put it in the case to compare the size between the XL and the regular version. And the size difference, I mean, there's a gap right here, visible gap, but it's not that dramatic as I was originally thinking it was gonna be. Then as a quick comparison, this fabric one is the exact same one by Google, but this one was for their last year model, the 3A. And it doesn't have a hole for your fingerprint scanner because the new Pixel 4 doesn't have this. But the fabric material is definitely different. It feels softer on the Pixel 4, almost like a clothing like texture now this time. It's softer, and this one's like rougher. You could even hear the differences. But now let's get those out of the way and actually go ahead and open up the phone. Let's move this out of curiosity. iPhone 11 Pro. Okay, cool, they don't fit. I thought it was the same size for some reason. Let's go ahead and open this one up. Again, I'm terrible at these unboxing. I'm just an average Joe, alright? Don't criticize me. And the color we got is the Oh So White, which actually looks like an Oreo color. I really do like this color. I'm gonna call this Panda though. Yeah, it's more like a panda than an Oreo. Holy cow, I gotta say, this thing is heavy. Now, since this is the Pixel XL 4, the Pixel 4 XL I should have said, it's a lot larger than the regular size Pixel 3 or even the 3A that we're gonna compare right now with these two. And you can see the height difference, just like the case test that we did earlier. It's not that far apart, but weight-wise, this thing is hefty. I want to say I want to say they're about the same weight apart from the iPhone 11 Pro and the Pixel 4 XL. And thickness, they're about the same, to be honest. Maybe it'll help if I remove this little cover though. Let's move this out of the way and peel it. Oh, that's satisfying. A little bit of ASMR for you guys, but this is frost glass, similar to like the iPhone. I want to say the frost glass on the iPhone is a little more rough compared to the Pixel 4. The Pixel 4 is more smooth than like stone, and the iPhone 11 Pro has a very similar frost glass, but it's definitely a lot more softer to the touch on the Pixel 4. Put it next to the microphone. This is the iPhone rubbing against the mic, and then this is the Pixel. You can hardly hear it. That's how smooth it is, and that's some ASMR for you guys. So this one's just pure flat. It just has a flat lens setup, unlike the multi humps or the triple humps that the iPhone 11 has. This feels like it's glass, I'm not sure. I'll go more into detail on the official review. But in here, we have, yes, USB 3 to USB A, and we got a USB-C cable. In here, we also got the SIM removal tool, something that Apple hasn't done in like forever. These things are lifesavers because sometimes it's impossible to find a handy paperclip. And then here's our fast charging power adapter, which is awesome that they include at no additional charge. I guess I'm gonna go ahead and set this phone up, and then I guess we'll do a quick side-by-side comparison against the iPhone 11 Pro once I'm done pairing up this device and setting it all up. So I'll be right back. So the beauty about having Android devices, whenever you transfer over to a new phone, you literally could just connect it with the same cable which Google provided us, the USB-C, the USB-C, and literally just plug in the two Pixel phones like so. Just follow the on-screen instructions, Touch ID to ensure that it really is you transferring all the data, and it literally copies everything over. This entire process literally took less than 10 minutes. Now, while you're transferring everything, at this time you actually have the ability to set up your phone. So while data is transferring, I went ahead and took the liberty to set up the new Face ID that uses this radar detection, which during the setup procedure, I mean, it was having a hard time identifying my face, I noticed. Maybe this was due to the fact that my camera was literally right next to me, but as you're watching right now, it was having a hard time detecting my face, but I'll test this out and talk about it more in a future review video. And then of course I'm really excited to test out these new gesture features in my future review video. But once everything was complete, I mean, it literally made a clone copy from my Pixel 3a to my new Pixel 4 XL. So since this is the XL version, this is a 6.3 inch display that actually can go up to 90 Hz and it has a resolution of 3040 by 1440. So it's really good high resolution display. It is using a Snapdragon 855 with 6GB RAM and feels really snappy. Comparing it alongside with my iPhone 11 Pro, both are really quick. Face ID, almost about the same, but I want to say that the Pixel is a little bit quicker because it doesn't have the animation like the iPhone does, as you can see right here. If I flip the screen, we are already in my phone on the Pixel 4 than we are on the iPhone 11 Pro. The iPhone 11 Pro, you have to do that swipe, and that just takes away a lot of time to get access to your phone, but both are respectfully quick. Now, since this is the Pixel 4 XL, this one starts at $899, and depending on the storage option that we have, it starts at $899 for the 64GB model, and then it's an additional $100 if you want the 128GB version. So let's see which one we have here by going in our storage option. And right here in storage, we are able to see which one we have, and we have the 128GB model. So this one starts at $999. So this is the max out version. And all three of these Pixels, the Pixels 4, are available in the exact same color options. So you have the choice for just black, which I hear this one actually has a gloss glass back. I could be wrong. Clearly white, which this one actually has the frost glass, and then also orange, which I also believe is a frost glass back. And no, unfortunately there's no audio jack on this phone. They took that out. The last phone that had this was the Google Pixel 3a that still had the audio jack port on the back. Now you have to buy a dongle or just use Bluetooth headphones, which can suck, but I mean, all in all, it's still a really good phone in some ways. When viewing videos on this massive 3.3 inch screen, looks a lot more pleasant than it does on the iPhone with that annoying notch. And now with this phone, there actually is a reason to actually view YouTube videos at full screen. Unlike the iPhone, I'm usually have it minimized because that notch is just really irritating and annoying. But let's be real, I'm sure everybody was let down as soon as they found out that this 4K camera, the 16 megapixel camera back here, can only shoot up to 4K at 30 FPS, and there's no 24 FPS option. Even a front-facing camera is even more limited, as it can only shoot at 1080p at 30 FPS. But when it comes to taking good photos, I've been seeing a lot of great images coming out from this device, so further testing, future comparisons will be made in an upcoming future video. Right now, this was just a general unboxing, so I'm definitely looking forward for this upcoming video. And if you are too, make sure to hit that subscribe button, make sure to hit that like as well. And do feel free to comment down below if any questions or concerns you have regarding about the Pixel 4 or even the iPhone 11 Pro. But until next time, hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you later.